Ms. Hurd, did Ms. Van Ray come out after that article came in and make a public statement it was false?
Of course you did.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Your Honor, I should be at least be
Overruled.
Thank you.
Of course she did.
Okay. And who had connections to TMZ?
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know?
I do know. Johnny
Your
and I
Honor.
spoke about
Your
it.
Honor, calls for
Sustain
speculation.
the objection.
During the mediation process in July, correct?
That was
Objection leading.
the first one.
Sustain
Okay.
is the leading.
When was this?
That was in July of 2016. That was the first mediation attempt.
It has been suggested by Ms. Vasquez to you in your questions that you didn't tell anyone about the abuse until the TRO. Is that true?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
All right. What if any? All right. Who did you tell about the abuse during the time it was happening?
Objection, Your Honor.
That's
Leading
not offered to.
and hearsay.
Sustained.
Your Honor, it's prior consistent statements.
It's
They've
leading.
raised
It's
it.
sustained. Next question.
Okay. What, if anything, did you tell to anyone about the abuse?
Objection,
there
Your Honor.
is-
Hearsay.
I'll sustain
Your
the
Honor,
objection.
may I approach
That's
that?
fine.
Ms. Hurd, how many people have you shared the fact of abuse prior to 2015?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
How
Calls for
many?
hearsay.
How many? Can you name them?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I think she can, it's not offered, it's just to show that she informed people before. They're suggesting.
Objection,
she
Your
didn't
Honor.
tell
Can we
anyone.
approach? This is, again, inappropriate.
Whether you had consulted a medical doctor about any problems with your nose, correct?
That's correct.
And you indicated that you in fact had after the divorce,
Objection leading.
correct? Did you or did you not consult an ENT after the divorce?
Objection leading.
Did you produce medical records to the defendants relating to this?
Objection leading
All
calls.
right. I'll sustain the objection.
Thank you.
It's leading. Next
And
question.
Your Honor, if we could,
let's see if we-
witness could be instructed not to answer until I've
All right.
lodged my
Wait
objection.
for the objection, please.
That's the what my ENT, the ears, nose, and throat doctor, told me was
Objection, Your Honor.
the
Hearsay.
damage.
All right. When there's objection, please stop talking. Thank you. All right. I'll sustain the objection as to hearsay.
Okay. What, if any, you were asked if you had, it was suggested that you had not produced this in discovery. Is that true or false?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Your Honor, she
So
absolutely did that.
it's leading. It is leading question, though. I'll sustain the objection as to leading.
Do you know how many were handed over?
Hundreds of thousands, I believe. Maybe.
Objection,
many
Your
more.
Honor. Lack of foundation.
All right. I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
And what, if anything, did you produce to the plaintiff in connection with your consultation with an ENT specialist relating to your nose?
Objection leading.
Sustain.
What, I said, what, if
Foundation.
anything?
Hearsay.
What if anything? That is not the cure-all. It's sustained.
And as a result of that consultation, what did you learn about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'm not asking her to tell what they said.
Yeah, I'll sustain the objection.
What, if any, production did you make to the plaintiffs of your medical records with the ENT?
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation.
If you only have foundation.
Do you know whether the medical records from your EMT were produced in discovery? In this
Objection,
case?
Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
I'm
Overruled
asking.
if she knows.
Thank you. And do you recall? I'm trying. What, if anything, did the medical records reflect about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Do you have injuries to your nose?
Yes.
Please describe those to the jury.
I have
I'm going to
a bunch of scar tissue.
I'm going to object to the extent it calls for hearsay and lack of foundation
Overruled.
and improper expert opinion.
Well,
She can certainly testify too.
we'll see where it goes. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a significant amount of scar tissue in my nose.
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll sustain the objection.
What, if any, difficulty do you have breathing?
Objection, leading.
What, if anything? And that does cure on
No,
it.
it doesn't.
Now, you were asked about December 15, 2015, and Ms. Vasquez suggested that you did not report the abuse or the injuries to Aaron Filati. Do you recall that
Objection,
question?
Your Honor, leading.
Your Honor, I'm entitled to go into what Ms. Vasquez asked.
The objection is leading. I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Did you report, what, if anything, did you report to Aaron Filati about the abuse you sustained on 12/15/2015?
Objection, leading and hearsay.
Approach.
Did you tell Nurse Filati on 12/16/2015 about the injuries you sustained from the 12/15/2015 attack?
I did. I believe I sent her pictures too.
Okay. And did you tell Connell Cowan about the injuries you sustained?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
It's prior consistent statements.
All right, I'm going to sustain the objection at this point. Next question.
Do you recall Dr. Laurel Anderson testifying that she saw two black eyes
Objection,
on
Your Honor,
12/17?
leading.
Sustain as to leading.
Okay. What, if anything, do you recall from Laurel Anderson's testimony in this case about what she observed on 12/17/2015?
Objection, Your Honor. This is outside the scope of cross-examination.
It's prior consistent statements.
I'm going to sustain the
It's
objection.
observations for the
I'm gonna
12/17, the same day.
Sustain the objection. Next question.
May I approach?
Okay.
When in December did you see Dr. Laurel Anderson?
Objection, lack of foundation.
Overruled.
I saw her 2 days after the attack.
So on what day did you see her then?
That would have been the 17th of December, 2016, and I told her what happened.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Let's jump to East Asia for a moment. And we saw a number of pictures from the backless dress. What, if any, motivation would you have to claim that Mr. Depp was kneeling on your back, knowing you had a backless dress?
Objection, Your Honor.
I
Leading.
think I can bring
calls
that
for
out.
speculation.
It's still leading. I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Why did you say that Mr. Depp was kneeling on your back in East Asia?
In the closet of the hotel room in Tokyo, I said that because it happened to me, and it would have been much more convenient if I was making it up to not include that detail, knowing I had a backless dress and I walked a press line and got photographed.
Now, we've heard testimony about Mr. Depp making a total of $65 million in 2015 and 2016 from his experts.
Objection, Your Honor.
Why did
Leading.
I haven't asked the question
Hearsay.
yet.
I mean,
Why did you not ask for $32.5 million from Mr. Depp?
Your Honor, leading
I said, why did you not ask?
and relevant.
I'll sustain the
Explanation.
objection, sustain the objection to leading. Next question.
Why, can I just ask, why did you not ask for 32.5 million from Mr. Depp?
Because I didn't want
Asked
it.
and answered, relevance.
Oh, overruled, go ahead.
Because I didn't want it. I realized that that's what I was entitled to, but I didn't want it. That simple.
Now, Ms. Vasquez asked you about how you got your role in Aquaman. Could you please describe to the jury how you got your role in
Yes.
Aquaman?
I auditioned, not Johnny. I auditioned. I worked really hard, and I went to where we were filming the first movie, Justice League. I went, I think, 5.5 months early before filming commenced, when I heard that they wanted to fire me, and so I put myself in the job in the
Objection,
gym.
Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustain.
Keep it away.
I worked
what
really
they
hard.
said.
I worked really hard on that and had to prove myself. And I did that for, even though I was only filming for 6 days, I was there for 6 months. Just worked my butt off. That's why.
What, if any, role did Mr. Depp play in your getting Aquaman?
He tried to have me fired from it.
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
All right, I'll sustain as speculation.
How do you know that he tried to have you fired?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation and hearsay and lack of
That's
foundation.
I'm trying to lay a foundation.
All right, if you lay foundation.
I saw it. I saw the emails. I saw the texts.
I'll sustain the objection as to hearsay. Next question.
You were asked about Isaac Baruch and why he and that he saw no marks. What is your recollection of your interaction with Isaac Baruch during the week of May 22nd?
I saw Isaac when I was coming or going, meaning I was leaving or arriving to the building. I saw him at a distance. We did not have a in-depth conversation, nor would we. And I told him, actually, right after it happened, what his friend had done.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I don't think it's offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Okay. Stay away from what was said. Can you just tell us what interaction you had with him and his opportunity to observe you with absolutely no makeup?
Objection,
That's
Your Honor,
impossible.
leading.
I'll sustain the objection as leading.
Please describe for the jury your interaction with Isaac Baruch during the week of May 22nd.
Well, not only did I have makeup on, but I did attempt to kind of let him know what happened.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
You were asked some questions about Officer Melissa Science's testimony. What, if anything, do you recall relating to Officer Melissa Science's testimony relating to your injuries?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Your Honor said I could redirect after the cross-examination. when she-
You want to approach?
What, if anything, do you recall of Officer Science's testimony in this case relating to your injuries and the property destruction?
I recall her saying that she didn't feel that the state I was in was enough of an injury to her, or wasn't injury seeming to her.
Okay.
And what about the property damage?
She claims she did not see any property damage, but I walked with her over broken glass, so I don't know why she's saying that.
What, if any, interactions did you have with Alejandro Romero during the week of May 22?
I spoke to him briefly.
Objection, Your Honor, to the extent it calls for hearsay.
Overruled at this point. Just spoke to him.
I spoke to him briefly in passing as I was entering, and maybe when I was exiting the building, but always when I was on my way out or in from being outside, meaning makeup. I had makeup on always. as I do.
Why did James Franco visit you on the evening of 5/22/2016?
Objection calls for speculation.
Do you know?
Yes.
Please tell us.
Because he was my friend and he lived next door, quite literally lived next door. And I had frankly exhausted my support network with my usual friends and was happy to welcome as much friendship at that time as I could possibly get.
Now, the video showed him laying his head on your shoulder. Can you describe for the jury what the interaction was, without saying what was said, what the interaction was that led to that?
He, after seeing my face, put his
Objection, Your
head on
Honor.
my
Calls for
shoulder.
speculation.
That doesn't call for speculation. If she sees that he sees her.
He touched the side of my
I'll
face
sustain the
too.
objection.
And
Okay.
again, Your Honor, if we can instruct the witness
If
to
you could wait till after the objection, please. All right, next question.
What did Mr. Franco do on the elevator before laying his head on your shoulder?
He touched the side of my face and responded to what he saw.
We talked about you were shown a bunch of newspaper headlines, and there was one in particular referring to sexual violence. What, if anything, did Mr. Waldman do to you relating to that article?
Objection, Your Honor. Lack of foundation calls for speculation.
What did he do to her?
Unintelligible. I don't understand the question.
Overruled, we'll see where it goes.
He was carrying the paper that had that headline on it that he leaked and threw it at me at the UK trial. We were unfortunately sat actually literally next to one another with COVID spacing in between us. And he threw the paper down at me as he sat down with that on the cover.
And where was that?
In the UK, at the UK trial.
Objection, Your Honor. This is beyond the scope.
That's not beyond the
No,
scope.
overruled.
Thank you. Why did you tweet about the makeup and Mr. Waldman?
Because he was calling me a liar and a hoaxer and that this was an elaborate hoax just to get Johnny.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question. Next question.
Yeah, okay. I don't have any more questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, ma'am, you can have a seat next to your attorney, okay? You can go and have a seat next to her. That's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take our afternoon recess then for 15 minutes. Do not discuss the case with anybody and don't do any outside research, okay? All right, is your next witness a live witness, remote witness, or deposition? Deposition. All right, so we'll get the TV set up for that, and let's just come back then at 3:30, okay? All right, thank you.